All right, what's going on, everybody? We are doing it again. Some moose science with Ricks. Try and get this great one to spawn. Ricks, what's going on, friend? And friend. I haven't seen any males in this zone yet. So far, spawns have actually been working pretty good. Now, what makes this unique to what we're doing is, typically on a grind, you will sit there and, back out, change the map, blah, blah, blah. This is continuous playthrough. All we're doing is changing time. We've been doing this for, I'm not quite sure how long prior to going live, but we've probably got 60 moose shot already, which is pretty decent. I'm really excited to see what we can make happen here. Now, I'm worried about this zone because I shot all the males out of it, and I'm worried that they might not respawn here. We're about to find out. This is a fresh run through. I don't actually see any moose. That's not a good sign. Make sure that need zone's still there. It is. Oh, hey, well, never mind. There we go. That's a decent moose. I'm gonna try to, well, the fours give us a shot opportunity here. We're gonna take it. Maybe. What's nice is literally all these moose were level 2s. They're coming back strong. I don't like the angle of this, where we're at here, but I tell you what, I don't know if this is going to help anything or not. We'll give them the old 22 alert stage here. There we go. That's a bad angle. Pretty sure we just whiffed that. No, he's going down. Cool. I got schwacked. Got some meese here. And actually, because I've actually got a tripod thing you set up. That was a little far back. But he's going down, so we got 2 out of that, which is not too shabby. And then there was one male hanging out over here. I don't see him currently. He may be late. We'll keep our eyes peeled on it. Now the key for this, I think, to actually work is a consistent actually picking up the harvests versus like a dirty grind. Otherwise, nothing would respawn, and we couldn't do what we're trying to do here. That was our 4. You know, it's quite possible we made a bad shot on this guy. Got a low bleed rate. I'm going to follow it out. If it doesn't drop at 50 right here, he's probably still alive. Yeah. Let's move on to another zone. I'm going to go up north here. So, this zone up here has been one of the more productive zones. I have a feeling if we get a great one to spawn, it's going to be here. Oh, crud. They're usually over here on this side of the lake. But hunting pressure kind of gets crazy sometimes, and well, things like that happen. They end up bobbling around a little bit. Did we just spook that guy that was just standing there, or did he just somehow transform into a... Oh, never mind. I was looking at the wrong guy. That's a teeny tiny level 4. And I'm pretty sure we just shot him in the antler. For science. Now there is actually a zone here. There was a couple moose that we spooked, but there should be a zone right here, but it's so close to the tent, they're not actually going to appear. They're out of render, so I'm going to try to get... I was hoping we would have made a decent shot on that moose there, but we whiffed it. We shot it through the antler. It happens sometimes, but maybe we can trigger the respawn here for these guys and see what's hanging out. I'm going to do the 22 trick on this fella. I'm really hoping he'd out. I'm going to go for a hard shot, but what I'm worried about happening is... Oh, he didn't even care. worried about happening is him just running straight into the water. Okay, he's down. Did I just spook the moose that were there? In the zone we were just trying to get them to spawn at? There must... Oh, never mind. We're out of winter distance. Duh. I thought maybe that there was a lynx over here because there was moose standing there. There he is. We'll see if the old 338 Lapua can reach out there and do some work. And it can. That was a hard shot. He's down right there. There's nothing in that zone currently, but... Well, hang on, more spot. Oh! I just saw what I have been looking for years. An albino male moose. Oh my goodness. He could be a piebald, but I'm 99... Yes. Oh my gosh. Where is he traveling to? It's 15:24. They still have plenty of time and a drink. Okay. I'm gonna collect this guy. We need to collect him, but I really want to get this albino. Really hoping that me fast traveling over here didn't just spook him. What we might do, well, the wind is in a terrible spot, but we'll figure it out. There he goes. Look at him. He's not the biggest, but I'll take him. Wonder, we must have spooked him. They are nervous. So, okay. I'm just going to continue on. Just know that he's here. Come back through after we change time. Hopefully we can have a successful harvest. There you go, Lucas. I am going to go run up here. This is a heck of a run, but I kind of want to see if we can't run across that albino. What I'm hoping, what I'm hoping to see here is, because they were nervous and we spooked them, that maybe they're out here in the open somewhere, still technically drinking, and that'll give us a better shot opportunity. What I'm worried about happening is, as we're shooting and collecting moose, he ends up at a different zone. So we'll see. Then again, I have no idea if he came over this way or not. This is 100% the direction they were going, though. He was rounding this hill where I've got it marked. Well, that's a pretty big Capercaillie. If he gives us the opportunity here, I'm going to go ahead and take him. We're kind of close, but because we're using a 22, it's not as loud, so... Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? I got tunnel vision on that stupid Capercaillie, and sure enough, there's our guy. It's alright. We can outsmart this. We've got a tent. And now he's coming this direction. The only downside is the wind is the worst position ever. But we're right here on the other side of this hill. Don't see him yet. He may not come back this far. The safest thing, I think, is going to be to probably change time. It's the end of their drink time anyway. And come back here when he's not nervous. It's a level 3. But in all my years of playing this game and shooting moose, grinding for moose, that is the first one that I've ever seen in the wild. This tent isn't exactly the best position. There's actually mace all over this lake. Wait on Rix for the time change to for him to harvest something. I'm gonna go back over here and just kind of hang out and see if this guy ends up making his way back. In theory, he should, but because it's the end of his drink time, he may end up just walking out somewhere. Rick says we're good. Let's go ahead and change it here, and maybe we'll get lucky. Hopefully he'll be like right down here. Then again, if he's in this little zone that's too close for the tent, we may want to go elsewhere. I'm gonna go around the lake and see if we can get better eyes. Wind is still just in the worst spot. In theory, at about 300 meters, he should spawn in if he's there. It's still... Oh, there's a moose. End up walking all the way around this lake. No big deal. Now we're outside of render distance, so that's not great. That has to be where he was, though, because we saw the moose at the other side of the lake, and he wasn't there, so... No. I hear an angry moose. Which that would be unfortunate if it got intercepted by a lynx. He's out there dueling it out right now. I don't see him though. So either he's not here. We did spook him, so I mean, could be iffy how long it takes him to get in his zone. I kind of want to fast travel back to this side of the lake, but then again, we're already here. Oh! Well, the other moose are here in this zone, and I don't see him with them. But I also don't see these moose here either. They just may be super late because we did spook them. We're gonna come back through here. Oh, don't stop there. That's the worst place for you to stop, buddy. Well, we made a terrible shot on him, apparently. He gets to live to fight on another day, I suppose. Let's find an area that isn't completely obliterated with hunting pressure. Yeah, I've been working for a male albino lion for quite some time as well. That one's kind of weird that it hasn't spawned yet, because I've killed a lot of lions. Spawns are seeming a little funky right now. Not sure what's going on with that. Hopefully. I'm really hoping. So far, with what we've been doing, the speed at which we've had stuff come in, I'm really got my fingers crossed we get a great one to spawn. We've already had a couple diamonds, a couple rares, in a very short amount of time. Alright, there's nothing at this lake for whatever reason. There should be some here, and they're just not quite making it to their zones yet. It may not hurt for us to do another time change. That may help spur them along. It's a little tricky just because we got so many moves so close together. Oh, did I make a good shot on him? Yeah. I was going for a hard shot. But... he moved. Hopefully that still dropped into a lung. He's hurt. Either way. Try to pop it out of the window. I just don't want to track him down for forever. Maybe Riggs, it's just my luck. I don't know. I expect there to be more males on this side, but it is what it is. Actually, this dude ran all over the place. Not 100% sure where he went to. Oh, we did end up shooting him. Dang it. We're going to jump on a four-wheeler to track him down. I have no idea where the heck this guy went. There we go. There's some blood. Even with the 338 though, this thing's just run forever. There goes one of our males. Guess he gets to live for now. Need to find this guy's actual pool. It should be just up ahead. again. 300 meters. Whiffed it. Whiffed it real good. Alright, let's see if our albino is back. Again, wind is just in an absolute terrible position for this guy. I don't see those other moves. It's weird whenever they... Let me guess. Yep. Of course. Okay, so now we know they're going to be within render. We just need to be very, very careful coming back to this zone. That is a little unfortunate. It is what it is. Where's she traveling to? It's still their drink time. Oh, there's dead moose. Grab him. Rick's nuked this dude. Go see if the guy that I wounded is back. Yep. Luckily now he should be much easier to kill. Terrible angle. He is going down though. What's got me a little worried is I keep having moose zones pop up that just have one male in them, and then you shoot it and they disappear, so it's like rotating around the map. I like how she's alert, but he's just none the wiser. There we go, he's tempted now. Turn around for me, buddy. Well, we're doing really good at the whole wounding moose thing and not killing them. Stuck in a tent. It's 15:25 and these guys are just showing up to the zone. That's a little disconcerting. Then again, that guy I noticed is wounded, so good chance that's actually the reason why they're late. I'm going to try to pop him on the move here. He's so wounded either way, that should kill him. Yeah, I no longer see him, so he's down. But, again, here's a clear Exhibit A. Even when you make a decent shot, you're running. Moose definitely need to be a Class 9 animal. Not that it would make a difference. I mean, I'm hitting with a 338 anyways. Go see if I can find this guy. Lost sight of him in the trees. He's got to be laying not too far away. Or not. I expected him to be about in here. He didn't survive that. Kind of looking that way, though. He's still bleeding. Well, this is obnoxious, eh? Rix, I'm actually going to remove you. That way I can go over there where you're at. For now. Well, that was terrible. Pretend that didn't happen, folks. The reason I was trying to shoot her anyway was to kind of alleviate some of the hunting pressure we've got going on. Every time I go to pull the trigger, boom, they put their head down. Yuri, that was a good shot. When they're on the move like that, though, it's a little sketchy. I may switch over to the 300. We're having some issues with 338. Could just be a skill issue, too. I don't know. Guess it would help if I actually, you know, pick this track up. Kind of disappointed that this area over here is kind of dead now. Not sure where those males went. They may not have respawned yet either. That's a possibility. He's got a medium bleed rate. Look how far he ran. That's insane. Maybe this is the moment we get lucky with our albino. Wind's still a terrible position, but I'm hoping he's back. Knowing that he's down here, though, we're going to swing nice and wide. Doesn't look like he's back, though. It's alright. It's into the drink time. We need to change time anyway. There he is. There he is. Unfortunately, he's kind of small, but beggars can't be choosers, and honestly, this is like the perfect shot opportunity, so we're gonna go ahead. He's down. That's a hard shot. First time ever shooting a male albino moose. It has been years, and I've just not gotten lucky to get one. And for whatever reason, even on our great one grind, never had one big or small spawn. We've got one laying right here. What's going on, FPS? Look at him. He's kind of a baby, but I like him. Yes. Best silver ever. Let's go ahead and taxidermy that. We are technically in a multiplayer session, even though it is my own map. I don't want anything crazy happening. It is about heckin' time, I'll say that. Well, luckily you haven't really missed much FPS. You just jumped in at the right time. I've been looking for one of these forever. And we just got them in the bag. What I may do, we're going to place a tent here. I'm going to actually take this tent and move it right. That's where that's what I don't understand, because literally, I mean, for you guys that are OGs, like, I have been after one of these for forever, and anytime we play multiplayer and there's a moose, that's what I'm looking for. And turns out I just had to keep shooting them on my own map. One of my pet peeves in this game is walking around lakes. It just takes too long, sucks the fun right out of everything, but you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. I just wish we had the ability to, you know, cross waterways a little more efficiently. Where did these guys come from? This is taking forever, but this is going to smooth the grind out a little bit. This needed to happen. And I guess it'll actually help on this run through a little bit because it's going to allow stuff that's not in their zones yet to actually get there. So not too worried about it. We're going to place this tent here. It'll be kind of a far shot, but I trust myself and Rick's to do her. See, this is what I'm talking about. These guys aren't in their zone yet, which is unfortunate. Trying to zip him just to get some hunting pressure. I need to go through and actually set up some tents and tripods, but that's definitely a pain in the butt sometimes. There you go, FPS. Angler's fun. I need to actually play some of that. It's actually been a hot minute since I've played. I need to jump back on the train. There are just a ton of female moose around right now. The respawns are taking forever at this moment. I need to shoot something and collect it. There's a male. There's our piebald, if you guys were here last stream. But this is all about moose science. We have a working theory right now that if you have at least one rare in the map, it makes it a little bit more common for more rares to spawn, so we're not going to actually shoot him quite yet. Oh, you female. Just walked right in front of us blocking our shot. But definitely curious if we let him live to see just how many more rares spawn. But again, the theory that having at least one rare in your map, that is a cool looking albino. I'll say that. I'm looking forward to shooting him, but I do want to see if that will proc any sort of future rare moose spawns faster. I don't know. I've noticed something like that on my red deer grind where I've left a few, and it seems like it might work. I don't know though. He's going down, but he's gonna take forever to track down and find. Heck yeah, Lucas. FPS, all you got to do is just keep hunting, man. They'll show up. Keep hunting and keep shooting stuff. They'll show up. My very first rare was an albino male. Actually, no, it was a female. It was an albino female Roosevelt elk. And I remember I shot it with a 243 because that was a time when I didn't know any better in the game. And it took me for a while to get a chase around Layton Lakes because it didn't die, and I chased that thing for hours. I will say piebald moose are very common, at least as far as females go. But he's not a bad sized one. He's not a little teeny tiny level 2, which is nice. Which I'm pretty happy about the albino we got. I still have hopes and dreams of at least a really big 4 or maybe even a diamond. Rares are hard to find, man. I've been playing. Let's see. Game came out in 2017. Picked it up about 2018. And they're a struggle to find. These guys aren't back yet. I wonder if we have any males on this side of the lake, though. Nothing. Nothing. I'm somewhat avoidant from up here. There's a lot of hunting pressure. We certainly have a surplus of females right now. So the hunting pressure is these purple splotches, and the deeper color that gets, the more hunting pressure you have. If you have too much hunting pressure, it'll actually erase a need zone. And that's what you want to avoid, because then you got to go refine that need zone. Typically what'll happen though if you do erase a need zone is it'll end up being at like the same lake but just in a different location, but there are rare occasions where it'll actually be somewhere completely different on the map. You can avoid hunting pressure by shooting stuff out of tripods, tree stands, ground blinds, hunting structures. Shooting with a bow also causes less hunting pressure. I really wish they'd make that change to the 22, because when you shoot ducks and stuff, you can really ruin an area. go check up here again, but the last few times it's been female only. I might need to actually shoot some other things to help the game actually process that we're harvesting stuff, and it needs to respawn animals. Typically, what you would normally do in this situation is you'd actually close out of the game or change maps or whatever, and then change time, and then your animals would be there. However, what is unique about what Rix and I are doing right now is this is a continuous playthrough, so we're not actually doing any of that. We're just trying to get him to spawn as we play versus a traditional grind. The Angler is actually a lot of fun to play, man. It really is. They've got a good system set up to where, you know, you can really, the grind isn't annoying at all, but it's fun grinding and unlocking stuff and catching fish. It's a good game. Definitely been a while since I've made any content on it. I need to jump on that train. They've had several significant updates since I last played. My one and only super rare was shot actually at this lake. I got a diamond albino capercaillie. That was pretty cool. Shot it completely an accident too. Just happened to be running down through here and he flew overhead and I popped him. Didn't even notice he was albino. Sure enough. I don't know if this area keeps doing what it's doing now with no males. It may be time to change some location to that. The only downside is I don't want to set up, and this goes for any grind in general, you don't ever typically want to set up on a zone that's just not that productive. Like, it's only if it's got one male at it, don't shoot it, but that may be what we have to resort to here. Spawns feel a little wonky. There's nothing out here. It's 15:37. They should absolutely be in their zone right now. There are predators on this map, so there's a chance that maybe they're getting redirected that way. But yeah, you can see they're late. They're coming in now. What in the world? There's less than 30 minutes left in their drink time. They're just showing up. I could probably move this tent a little bit closer too. Actually, a lot closer. Yeah, I honestly, if and when they ever make Call of the Wild 2, I hope they use the Angler's engine. Did I forget to pick him up? That could explain some of our issues with respawns here. That other guy go? There he is. This is kind of an awkward angle. That was a hit. Yeah, he's dead. The best aspect, in my opinion, of the angler is the ability or the fact that you can literally go anywhere that there's water. I mean, the exploration is on point in that game. You find a little creek that you want to fish, you can do it. Hopefully with collecting these guys and changing time, we get some more goodies coming in. I got so used to dirty grinding though. The traditional grind like this can be a little grating as far as how long it takes to collect stuff, but in the long run, folks, if you're going to start a grind, don't dirty grind. I can't stress that enough. Just set your zones up to where you can easily collect. This track is somewhere over here. And because he was shot before, his hunting pressure isn't going to show up here. It could be... It's probably actually on the other side of the lake, but... I don't imagine he would have gone too far because he was so wounded beforehand. There's some blood. That's one of those unique cases where the bloodhound would actually come in handy. Still ran super far, even after being wounded and getting slapped again. It actually looks like he ran so far he had time to start coming back before he died. Hey, pretty soon you'll be like Blurry in the Discord. You'll be throwing up some diamonds. What's going on, Haven? No, Rick's and I both... Rick's got robbed. That should have been a heart shot. I got robbed. That should have been a lung. Alright, let's do a time change. Fingers crossed we got ourselves a giant diamond albino. Or a great one. He's going down. There's a bear. It's not a bad bear. I may go ahead and switch back to the 300. The 338 is just feeling off for me. I mean, sure, 338's got one more round in the chamber, but it's just not as accurate. And the bullet drop makes no sense. Unfortunately not. There's no crossplay yet. I'm really hoping that they add that at some point. They should. They need to. Well, if he was a little bit closer, that would have been a hard shot. Yep. PlayStation and Xbox needs to be able to play together, and then, well, PC can stay on their own, but... I don't know. Here, so I've got a controversial opinion here. So I've got the game on PC. I play it every now and again. But word on the street is cheating is at all-time like rampancy right now. And until they can control it, which I wish they would, because it definitely takes away from the fun. I'm gonna have to do at some point in the future a video just to see if it's really that bad. People are talking about like every server they get into, it's just bananas. But haven't seen it for myself. Would like to test that theory. Before PC gets to play with console, they need better anti-cheat, if there even is one. Well, that's just it. You don't have to see him cheat, because all they have to do is mod a server, and next thing you know, there's, you know, great ones running around everywhere. Every other animal's a diamond. But like I said, I mean, it's a problem. Luckily, the console players don't have to worry about it, but it can definitely ruin the fun of others. Hello. It's a decent looking four. I play on Xbox primarily. Like I said, I do have the game on PC. There we go. Did we just get a 2 for 1? I think we did. Yes, sir. The old 300 out is coming out on top again. I'm just gonna assume that the male's not spawning there anymore. He branched away, which is unfortunate. So, riddle me this. I am convinced that the 338 is broken. It's stronger than the 300. Right scapula didn't have enough energy to punch through at 234 meters into long, but at 213 meters, we punched through vertebrae, shoulder, and lung. I don't understand it. Now this moose is... This guy's the size that I wish that albino would have been. But again, beggars can't be choosers. One of these days, we'll have one. Female to male ratio with moose is kind of crazy. It's like elk. Look at how many females are over there versus males. I guess there's 3 males over there, but still. Did we drop him along on this guy? Pretty sure we did that time. Yeah, he's going down. Well, there's a level 3 whitetail. Guess I have nothing to shoot him with. Just let him go. This dude straight up just ran. I'm curious where that first shot hit him, though. Ah, we just barely missed and nailed him in the back leg. Follow-up, though, nailed him. Again, it seems like the 300's got more penetration when it shouldn't. The 338 should absolutely punch through double lung moose, but it just doesn't. You know what? I actually want to try something. On paper, the best gun in the game is actually the muzzleloader. And yeah, we're going to try that. I'm going to collect this guy. We're going to pull out the muzzleloader. We're going to throw some sort of Santa Claus skin on it. And see what happens. This is another one of those areas that if it is no longer producing males, I may move it. There's some lakes down south of here that are pretty solid, or used to be. Of course, I don't have the muzzleloader ammo on me. Why would I? So you can see it's got 40 penetration, which is about the same as the 7mm. But it has 30 expansion. That's a lot of expansion. So we'll see. Wait, we gotta put a Christmas skin on. It's Christmas time, and it's for good luck. I feel like if Santa Claus were to go shoot moose, he'd shoot it with this gun. Alright, it's Christmas time. Let's do this. There's just not any males over here. No males over here. There might be some down there. There should definitely be males here. I just want to see what kind of damage output this thing has against moose, because obviously it's going to have far better penetration, or the 300 is, but if we look at our ammo, 300 polymer tip has 42 penetration, so it's only 2 more, but it's only got 14 expansion. Didn't notice these guys before. Now, obviously, if we make a heart shot, well, heart shots are heart shots. And there is our piebald. He's kind of our control in this experiment. Let's go in 0 for 200. Aimed a little high, but that got him. That's a hard shot. I like how the albino's still hanging out over there. We just nuked his friend. If I can place more tents... Ah, nope. We're not allowed to. Rats. It's another thing we need to... For the next-gen consoles, they should allow the ability to have more tents. For me, it's kind of addicting because I can sit there and just fish the same spot for hours because it's just fun. Because the trap that a lot of games get into, because in real life I'm an avid fisherman, love going fishing all the time. But games like Fishing Sim World, and which is a great game, don't get me wrong, great game. Fishing Planet, again, great game. But you know, if I want to get all finicky and finessey with all that stuff, and I'll just go fishing in real life. The angler, you can go out and just have fun. I mean, we got heart and lung with that. These guys are still making their way to their zones. We got a decent little 4 over there. Kind of a pathetic little 3. This is where the muzzleloader is going to struggle, though. This range. I mean, he's dying, but that's well beyond the range limits of this gun, so we're going to have to unnecessarily track him. Should have shot him at 300. If it's past 200, 300. Just gonna check the range on this dude. He's at 311. I don't know if we can hit heart, but we're gonna try. We missed. Might have got lung. Nah. So, and I could be wrong here, but the difference between those two is simply name. I think the steel bird shot is more for if you're really trying to roleplay. And, you know, like let's say you're from an area where legally you're only allowed to use steel bird shot. That's just a thing you can have in the game. Outside of that, they perform the same. They have the same range, all that. Took you long enough, Rick. I went ahead and already shot all 4 great ones I had spawned while you were gone. They were all the grayed out one, though, the one that you don't like, so I figured you wouldn't mind. Okay, so with the muzzle loader at 225 meters, we actually hit exactly where we were aiming, but took them a while to die. What's going on, Isaac? Did our new tent placement pay off? I see female. Watch the males actually be on the other side of the lake now. So many females. I don't know. They might actually be on the other side of that berm. I just can't see them. And now I kind of screwed the pooch and have a tent here. Well, currently there are no males here at all. Odd. Very strange. The spawns are getting wonky, which could be a sign that we could have a great one, but I doubt we're that lucky. The spawns are just wonky, unfortunately. It's Reventuli Coast. Reventuli Coast has that issue. At least for me, the spawns have always been wonky and weird and kind of frustrating. And again, we're doing this uniquely in the sense that we're not backing out, we're not changing maps to get our spawn. We're forcing our respawns by harvesting animals. Another max wave 4 spawned in over here. Kind of at that kind of strange range again, but it's got enough pin. Should be able to drop it a heart if we make a good enough shot. He's probably going to be walking for a while. Tell you what, let's follow him up with... Oh, he's dropping. But we'll zap him with the 300 too. That's probably the worst aspect of the angler. The before they had... Their camera angles were so terrible in it, like it was making people throw up, so that they had to fix it. It's much better than when the game first came out, but it's still pretty bad. Actually, a little bit lower, we would have hit heart. The Angler's unlock system is really cool. I like, and I kind of wish in some respects the Call of Wild would add this, but the fact that some things, in order to buy them, you actually have to harvest, you know, golds and diamonds and silvers and use that as currency, that's a pretty cool concept. See, at that range, we punched through both lungs and the heart. And I know I said the whole theme of this is like one continuous run through, but because the spawns are so wonky right now, we might actually have to do a reset just to get them to work again. At least in a timely manner. If you're patient enough, they will come to their zones, but at that point, it's taken so long that it's kind of fruitless. What in the heck? We have a flying moose, ladies and gentlemen. Santa Claus Moose has just landed. What in the world did I just witness? I don't think I got that on recording. Apparently I did. Oh, you don't see that every day, folks. That's a good question, FPS. I'm not actually sure on that one. Now, if there's no males at this lake this time, I'm going to move this tent somewhere else. Totally thought that tree stump was a lynx just hanging out there. Alright. I'm going to auto run to this next location while I go get a drink. wow, we're actually still on the move. That's surprising. I figured we would have gotten stuck. Well, immediately, the first zone I find, we've got a 5 medium just hanging out with a ton of males in it, so I'm glad I came down here. Got another male here. This actually might be one of the areas, depending on how many moose are in this zone, we may set a tent somewhere nearby. Okay. Wind is in a good position. What's going to hurt us here is range. He's going to be very, very close. I'm going to try to sneak up to this guy because the wind is good. We can't see him, and there's a little bit of a dip on the other side of this lake. I'm just glad that I came down here to check it, because where we've been going hasn't been too productive, and lo and behold, we've got a solid diamond potential 5 medium. We're all but on top of this guy. We're just going to play this nice and sneaky. Hoping we get another visual on him. Not exactly sure where he went. There are just a ton of moose here at this lake. I'm very glad that ended up coming down here. There he is. No? Is that him? If that's him, he shrunk. Yep, that's him. 238 to 294. He's got a small chance to troll. I don't think he's going to. He does have brow tines. Well, he's got one brow tine on the side. This guy might be a big fat troll. Unfortunately, we do have a female here hanging out. I'm going to try to get them to move around a little bit. And of course, we're going to be shooting him with the Christmas muzzle loader. I wish he would have stopped right there. That would have been the perfect angle. Oh, we just got him going crazy now. That should have been a good hit. He's going down. Just watch him as he goes. It's down right there. I've got a bad feeling he's going to end up being a troll, but either way, it's nice seeing a max weight, max score animal. FPS is on a boat. You guys remember that song? There's definitely enough male moose down here, though, to warrant placing a tent. Well, diamond or no diamond, I'm very curious to see where we actually hit this guy. He was on the move. The muzzleloader has a very slow bullet velocity, so that was definitely a risky shot that I took, but not having another brow tine is certainly going to hurt him. I'm going to guess this dude's a troll. Yep, 269 diamonds, 274. But again, it's nice seeing that what we're doing here with the moose science is working. We've got an albino. We had a 5 medium spawn in. Pretty cool to see. This is where, too, it gets weird and wonky. Because even though we've found all of the need zones, technically those were new zones. And we may have erased a need zone that we didn't realize, and then the game just threw all of our respawns right here. I don't know. This is why, though, it's also useful to have all your zones so you know where to look, just in case, you know, the game does some weird stuff and throws your respawns into those zones for whatever reason. There's enough male moose here, though, that it absolutely warrants setting up a tent and actually shooting. This is a good shooter zone. They say about 225 is a good distance that you can place a tent. I like being safe. Set mine about 250. And we do have a moose zone here. Be actually faster to come over here to check this out. They're like, I'm kind of curious now to check some of these other zones that we've just not been checking, because who knows what's standing there. Well, hopefully you get your albino you've been after. These guys aren't here yet. We've got 2 males in this zone, but I'm not going to shoot them, just to kind of make sure that they stay there and we don't get any more weird wonky rotations. And again, with Ratatouille Coast, I mean, there's a lot of area that moose can actually hang out on, and now that we've got kind of some wonky spawns going on, it's a little worrisome, but so Rix has actually found another super zone that, like the one we just found. So we've got some traveling zones, which, again, not the greatest thing to happen. Typically, when that happens, it's because there are undiscovered need zones, but it can also happen if you erase need zones. And hunting pressure has, at times, been an issue, so... No, actually in the angler, it's actually way harder to get diamonds. They've got it set up to where it's not necessarily luck. You got to have a little bit better gear, a little bit better bait. Now this is an interesting development. There are no longer any moose need zones here. There's a lot of hunting pressure, but not enough to erase need zones. That's interesting to see. Wonder what in the world is going on. Have a good one, FPS. I appreciate you stopping by, my man. If you catch anything cool, make sure to put that bad boy in the Discord. Gotta thread the needle with this shot. Rix and I are trying to figure out why we've got wandering need zones. That's, again, that usually only happens if you've been erasing need zones, but we haven't, so it's kind of strange. Ah, that definitely happens. It happens with me and Moose as well. I'll see a moose and it looks like it might be like a melanistic, but it's just the way the lighting is. I really don't know what just happened there. We got one at least. Definitely got 2 times hunting pressure here, so there's another one dead. The only problem is there's so many tracks. Is this blood? It is. No organs hit. I'm pretty certain that's 2 times with reduced hunting pressure, but I don't think we killed this guy though. Not with a non-vital organ hit at that range, even with the 300. I'm going to assume he's still alive. Dang, that's a lot of 8 mythicals. Going the wrong way. Now, we're going to go and end the continuous playthrough here because I've never seen zone shift like that so hardcore for zero reason other than it just being buggy and weird, so we are going to back out and come back in. Really want to shoot this guy in the heart, but he's in the water already. Knowing our luck. Okay, good. He landed. I was expecting him to run out in the middle. And that would have been annoying. If they had a perk that allowed animals to move across waterways faster, I would get it. There's no moose here. Maybe my tent's a little too close. Not quite sure. That, I mean, it is technically early, so they may be waking their way down here. I don't know yet. But there were so many males here that it would shock me if, for whatever reason, there's nothing there now. No crazy spawns yet, but seeing how wonky the spawns just got there, I couldn't... I really hope there's something cool on the map. The distance these things run after shooting them is just mind-blowing to me. And then we've got a random single male spawn. I'm actually not going to shoot him. For science. I will say this, though. The speed at which respawns are coming back is pretty impressive. They're wonky. They're broken. Man, that dude ran far. There you go. This zone's got enough males in it. Probably need to place some sort of tripod or... It's a single male zone. I'm gonna let them live. That was a better shot. I would have tried taking another one there, but I don't want to risk wounding one and making him grow even further. And we're trapped in a tent. The heck, that was weird. Oh man, the hardest part is the grind itself, man. Just keeping it going, especially in I know it's hard to avoid, but don't look into places like Reddit and all this stuff where people are like, "Oh, I got my great one after 10 kills," because it's different for everybody, and don't believe there is no average amount of kills. It is completely random. Unfortunately, yours is just a very high kill count. Hopefully it's just around the corner, but that's just the way grinding goes, man. I mean, I'm over 4,000 kills in my Red Deer grind. Feels like I'm not making progress, but at the end of the day, it will eventually spawn. Right now, it's definitely Raventilli Coast. Just because there's so much variety on it. So many waterfowl, moose, deer, bear, rabbits. It's great. Don't worry, Rex. I'll clean up your mess. Right now, we're having a weird thing happen where we keep having wandering need zones, and typically, I would say that's because we have zones that aren't discovered, but we do. You almost got a next shot there, Rix. But this like had a bunch of need zones, and they literally just disappeared, and that I've never seen that happen before. The males have spawned back over here yet. I figure out where I need to go next. This grind is a little disorganized, but it's working. Kind of. No new map I'm okay with, especially if they're working on something good. I want them to have time to work on it, make it good. And honestly, I'm okay with no new great one either, because, well, frankly, I don't have all of them, and it takes so long to get them anyway. I'm fine with it. I hope whatever the new great one is, it's some sort of antlered species. And hopefully it's something like actually like really interesting too, something cool. It's a weird sound. As controversial as it might seem, because I know people are like really into like exotic stuff, I want to see another North American map. As it currently stands, we've only got one map that has Roosevelt elk. One map with black-tailed deer. We only have one map that have Roosevelt elk. Elk hunting is such a big thing in North America, and I don't understand why we have two maps that let you do it. Yeah, we definitely need, I think, another Canadian map. Or an actual Canadian map. I mean, obviously, Africa 2.0 would be awesome, but Jack Beard already said that if they did that, that would be kind of like the end of it. With that. And, you know, honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing the same types of locations with the same animals, just different layouts, you know? I wouldn't mind a Leighton Lakes, but it's way more open, less rivers, you know? Yukon map that is a lot easier to traverse. I'm actually shocked that there are no squirrels to hunt in the game yet, nor are there doves. That's a weird one that they haven't included. There's definitely an insane amount of species in Africa that they could have added or could add or can add, but I think that's like the coup de grace map that everyone wants, that they're definitely worried about not being able to top again. It's fine. I really enjoy hunting like saltwater crocodiles on that map, but it doesn't have a hold over me, and I don't know why. It could just be bias, you know, being a real North American hunter. You know, a map like Reventuli Coast, I mean, it's got white-tailed moose, tons of waterfowl. There's just not that connection there for me. I don't know. It's not a bad map. But for the species that are on it, I'd rather hunt other maps, with the exception of the exclusive ones. Yeah, and again, that's where, you know, I personally would not complain at all to see similar maps, or even if it, you know, even if they came out with, like, for example, like Latent Lakes 2.0, where it was still Latent Lakes, just a different part, you know? Where it just looked a little bit different, a little bit different layout. Nothing spawned back here yet. I think I'm going to let him live for now. I don't hunt waterfowl, but I definitely hunt dove, and again, that's one of those species is like, this is pretty popular. Why isn't that in the game yet? Maybe it's just a niche thing kind of to my area, but I don't know. And squirrels, like, come on guys. We're shooting rabbits, let's shoot some squirrels. Let's get some tree rats up in this bad boy. How cool would it be to shoot an albino or a melanistic squirrel? I don't know, Euro rabbits are pretty small. And the quail on Emerald Coast are next to impossible to see. They need to have the species of Mississippi, but on a map that's not Mississippi. FPS is back. I would like to see, though, if they keep adding great ones to kind of maybe cater some of their maps. And they've kind of done that somewhat. This map was certainly, I think, made with great ones in mind because all the lakes are very easily like accessible. You can see them. But I was really hoping New England, when it came out, was going to be a good grind map. And I guess it could be, but... nope, we just shot some moose. That's all you missed. Nothing too crazy, though. I don't know if you were around for the troll level 5 we shot, but he didn't make diamond. I don't know. What I think I really enjoy a lot about this map in particular is just how wide open it is. That's what I love about Silver Ridge Peaks and Virunga Savannah. The maps that are like claustrophobic and it's just hard to see through aren't as fun to play with. And that's where like New England or Emerald Coast, it's like 50-50. Like a lot of it's wide open and easy to hunt. A lot of it's not, though. What in the world is that moose doing? That was somehow not a good shot? I guess he was pushing 300 meters, but that's disappointing. These guys are late to the zone. I have no ammo left. Need to get some. That'll hold us over till the end of the stream. Which unfortunately is just about here. We've got about 10 minutes left. We've killed well over 100 moose though. Had no albino spawn. That was my first male. That's pretty awesome. Looks like Rix has already been through this area. Yep, we got wounded moose. Those are piebald, that's our control. Making sure he stays in the area. So far though, we haven't seen any more rare spawns, so I don't know if him being here is helping us out or not, but I like looking at him. What can be kind of hectic though about doing a dual run like this is like finding which zones everybody's not been to yet. But what's nice about doing it is the respawns are typically so fast that you can just keep rotating through and keep finding moves. That's strange. There's a lot more females here than there was before. I'm going to go ahead and shoot this guy. We've been staring at him for quite a few run-throughs now. There's now 6 females here when... And what might be happening is the game may be backfilling. The males that are supposed to go in this zone and other zones, I don't know, but some wonky stuff happening. That's to be expected, though, when you're experimenting. Please don't die in the water. Yeah, it's just annoying though, you know, when it happens. It's like, all right, gotta go through this process. But at the same time though, this is where like I don't like grinding because it's given me this mentality of having to do everything so quickly, and it's just like sometimes a slow-paced hunt is for the best. He was turning as I pulled the trigger. He's going down though. I think for as hardy as moose are, they definitely need to be worth more money. It's pretty bad when a capercaillie is worth twice as much as a moose. Well, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, those were the last harvest of this stream. But don't fear, the moose science will continue. We're going to attempt to get this great one to spawn sooner rather than later. At this point, we just started this just the other day. We're already over 200 kills in, and we've got 4 hours invested into it, so that's pretty good. In the angler, there's not rares yet, but there are legendaries that will spawn that you can catch. But I appreciate everybody that stopped by this evening, and we're definitely going to be back and continuing this series for sure. I hope to see everybody there, and I will see you guys on the next one.